What is up, Budget Billies? My name is Trill, better known as Budget Bill, and this is your fourth stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Tuesday, April the 20th. Good morning, everyone, and hope you are having a fantastic day today. But we have some good news to share with you today, as Biden had his second meeting with the Republican lawmakers yesterday regarding the American Jobs Plan, or also known as the Infrastructure Bill. It appears that the GOP is now ready to get behind and support an infrastructure bill with President Biden. They met yesterday to discuss the potential details as well as some minor negotiations, and I believe that meeting was very productive. Also, Mitt Romney, which is sometimes known as a liberal Republican, introduced a savings plan bill to help college students in the future when it comes to student loan debt. But before we jump into all of that, most of you already know what to do. But for those of you that are new to this channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. On this channel, we talk about finance, credit cards, real estate, and stimulus update news. So if any of those interest you today, be sure to hit the subscribe button for me. That way you can join our little community here. And if you end up liking the content in this video or even laughing at one of my jokes, then go ahead and hit the like button for me. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay guys, today is the official Doge Day, or should I say Dogecoin. The one Bitcoin or altcoin named Dogecoin that started out as a joke ended up moving into the mainstream and accepted by a lot of companies and celebrities. This altcoin was created as nothing more than a meme or a parody of the Bitcoin and ended up getting a lot of traction for some of the biggest names. People like Elon Musk and Mark Cuban have both tweeted that this altcoin multiple times over the last year, and today on April the 20th has been nominated as Doge Day. Probably mostly because Elon Musk is the biggest fan of this coin, and Musk is known as for April the 20th as the official smoke or marijuana day. Dogecoin has increased its value to 42 cents at the time of shooting this video, a week after it was only 9 cents. Will this coin reach 50 cents or $1 today? Who knows, guys, but I expect it to be very volatile in the trading. So if you're planning on buying it today, I would suggest that you just sit back and watch the show and see how today plays out. But just a quick fun fact here. If you would have invested your entire first stimulus check of $1,200 into Dogecoin, your money would be worth today $158,723, which is about 13,226% increase in your money. I mean, guys, what if Budget Bill was able to tell you guys to do exactly that, to invest your stimulus check on this Dogecoin? Guys, you would be loving me right now to death, and you would have no problem in smashing the like button for me. But although I do have about 1,500 coins and I will be watching it today, we are not here to talk about Dogecoin. We do have some updated news regarding those $2,000 stimulus checks. Okay guys, the $2,000 stimulus check and the $1,000 reoccurring stimulus payments are getting more and more traction as of recently. These are expected to be included in the infrastructure bill that President Biden is pushing for right now, also known as the American Jobs Plan. Biden met with a group of bipartisan lawmakers yesterday that consists of 5 Democrats and 4 Republicans to discuss and or negotiate the infrastructure bill, as well as how to pay for the bill. This infrastructure bill, as it stands, is $2.3 trillion.
We're going to talk about our infrastructure package, and as I indicated earlier, I am prepared to compromise, prepared to see what we can do and what we can get together on. It's a big package, but there's a lot of needs, and so we're going to be talking about number one, what should be included in the package. Obviously, I put a lot in the package. I think it all should be included, and how to pay for it. And there are 2 issues. I've noticed everybody's for infrastructure. The question is, who's going to pay for it?
After the meeting on yesterday, Senator John Cornyn of Texas said that they may be open to supporting a smaller infrastructure bill, perhaps around $800 billion. President Biden was like, "Is that how you guys are trying to compromise with us? Man, get out of here with that, Felicia. We have seen this during the third stimulus bill, and we are seeing it again now." The Republicans call themselves negotiating, but they are really just cutting the original bill down by more than 65% is not what you call negotiating. Republicans have generally raised concerns about Biden's infrastructure package being too costly and it has too many non-infrastructure elements included in the bill. But Bernie Sanders responded to this concern very well, I must say. Let me go ahead and play it for you regarding what it is and what is not considered infrastructure in this bill.
It's a compelling argument. Are any Republicans going to buy that argument that you just made?
Probably not. Look, they live in their world, and their world will be trying to obstruct as much as possible what Biden and many of us in the Congress are trying to do. What their job is right now trying to divide us up by stressing xenophobia and racism, making it harder for people to vote.
So yes, Biden is right. There are so many ways that you can relate these things in the infrastructure bill as far as building up our economy. But none of that really matters as much because it appears that more and more people are coming out in support of this infrastructure bill. A poll was taken a few days ago by the university that shows that President Biden has received high marks when it comes to the pandemic, but a low score on the Mexican border situation, especially now that he has changed his mind about limiting the amount of refugees to come into this country. So that low score will probably not change for a while. But the important part I want y'all to receive from this national poll is that the infrastructure plan is more popular if corporate taxes funds the building of this infrastructure bill, which is exactly how President Biden hopes to pay for this bill. Biden believes that the corporations have gotten away for years of avoiding taxes and or paying the minimum amount of taxes that's needed to keep this world going around, while struggling Americans continue to pay some of the highest taxes in this country, and billionaires pay way less than us regular folk. So Biden wants to change that and to raise enough revenue from higher taxes in order to pay for the infrastructure bill. That way it won't cost the American taxpayers any additional money and no increase to the national debt, which we know those numbers just won't stop going up and up and up and up and up. But if we look deeper at this survey, we can see that 44 to 38% of the people actually support President Biden's $2.3 trillion infrastructure plan, while 19% did not even offer an opinion on it. We know who those people were, but we're not going to say any names today. I guarantee that. I promise you guys that I will stay good today, okay? But as these numbers are definitely positive, it appears that more support is coming to light every day, which is going to steamroll this infrastructure bill closer to getting the support that it needs to be passed into law. Although we know that there will be major edits to the plan before it actually gets closer to being signed by the president. As far as a timeline goes of when we can expect this to happen, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said that she expects the infrastructure plan to be passed by August, which would mean that we have about 90 days or so to be approved for a fourth stimulus check, as well as potential 1,000 reoccurring payments. So that would mean that Americans would receive a one-time $2,000 stimulus check, as well as $1,000 reoccurring payments that would last one full year after the pandemic is declared to be over. And like I said, if they are able to pass these types of stimulus relief aid for Americans for a fourth time, I would expect them to make the payments more targeted than they have been in the past. My suggestion would be to send the one-time $2,000 checks to all Americans, and then the reoccurring payments of $1,000 should be be sent to a more limited group, such as making sure that those on fixed incomes are the first to receive them both, like Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, VA or veterans, and railroad beneficiaries, as well as our low-income earners who make less than the proposed $15 minimum wage, and then perhaps making sure that our first responders are the next in line to receive those stimulus checks, and then those who still have their jobs during the pandemic that may be struggling but not as much as those who have lost their jobs could receive their stimulus checks after everyone else. And then for all of the millionaires and the billionaires out there who don't support more stimulus relief aid or think that another stimulus check needs to be given because of the deficit is just way too dang high, the Treasury will send you guys 2 crystal rocks so that you can eat on them while you're sitting in your mansions on top of the hill. But anyways, guys, this infrastructure bill is gaining momentum, definitely, especially after the Republicans stated that they are open to supporting the infrastructure bill. We hope to see some subtle changes in the bill within the coming days. I will keep you guys posted on what new updates that we receive regarding our 4th stimulus check. In the meantime, let's keep that momentum going, guys, and don't be a hater out there. Have some faith, okay? Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the student loan forgiveness. In regards to the student loan forgiveness efforts that we have had so far, Elizabeth Warren is still pushing for $50,000 or all student loan debt to be forgiven. She says that the president has the power to issue an executive order that would clean away student loan debt for federal student loans for everyone. All he has to do is to commit to it and wait for a legislative bill to be sent to his desk for his signature. However, Biden doesn't prefer to wipe away all student loan debt with the stroke of a pen. Biden actually prefers to forgive student loan debt with ways each borrower can actually participate in, instead of borrowers not having to do anything at all and have thousands of dollars owed back wiped away. So, as an alternative plan to forgiving student loan debt, Mitt Romney has introduced a new bill that will reduce the amount of student loan debt and also make changes or colleges more affordable for students. This bill was introduced a few days ago by Mitt Romney and an Arizona Democrat to reduce student loan debt and make college more affordable for students. This bill is called the Earn to Learn Act. It would create college match savings program for qualifying low-income students to help pay for tuition, textbooks, fees, and other educational related expenses. In this program, every dollar will contribute to a student and be matched by $8 from a participating state or nonprofit organization, which would be awarded in grants. Mitt Romney and his colleague have a clear vision for this program. He said that we must do better to ensure American students have the skills and training necessary to pursue good paying jobs that keep up with our changing economy. So, as we can tell, Romney is not for wiping away student loan debt for millions of Americans, but he does have suggestions on how we prevent this going forward. Let me know your thoughts on this Earn to Learn Act by Mitt Romney. Will it even see a chance to be voted on? For me, it seems like it still needs a lot of work and perhaps negotiations with other lawmakers to get more details figured out in this bill. But I do ultimately like where Romney is going with this. He is probably one of my favorite Republicans out there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, let me know what you think about the Republicans' counteroffer of just $800 billion for the infrastructure plan. I probably already know your thoughts on that so far. Also, don't forget that if you want to get 30 days of free of the Amazon Prime membership, there is a link down below. And if you already have that membership and you have an EBT card, make sure that you are receiving the discounted rate of $5.99 per month. Regular price for the Amazon Prime membership is about $12.99 per month. So this could be a savings for you if you go ahead and just change your account and list that you have an EBT card. And if you want to get 2 free stocks with Webull so that you can start trading crypto or Dogecoin. All you have to do is deposit $100 into your account, and then you can receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And guys, if you don't have the $100 to deposit right now, just don't sign up right now, because you will lose your opportunity to get those free stocks. Just wait until you have the money to deposit, and then you can go ahead and sign up. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. This has been another fourth stimulus check update news for today. If you enjoyed any of this information or found it to be useful, be sure to hit the like button for me. It definitely helps out a lot, and it also tells YouTube to share this video with others. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for me so that you can be a part of this community, and hit the notification bell to be notified of each new video. Again, as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.